I'm Aryeh Schwartz, along with my co-host, Rachel Galligan, and welcome to the Winsidr Show, where it's all about the W. For this episode, we're going to do a fun one. Rachel and I are going to draft the All-Star rosters. If you like our show, please consider joining our Patreon community. For less than a cup of coffee a month, you can directly show support for the hard work we do covering the W. The All-Star break is basically here. The full rosters were announced late last week, with this week coming the announcements or the show or whatever you want to call it of picking of the rosters between Team Deladon and Team Wilson. In the spirit, Rachel and I have decided that we're going to pick these rosters. A little fun episode, a little bit of joy. You get to see kind of where our minds are as far as who's the better players, as who's going to bring home the W in the W All-Star game. Rachel, how's it going?
Hi. Oh my God, I'm good. It's been a minute. I apologize. I have been doing other things, running some events in Indy. July is a busy month for college basketball and recruiting, and so haven't been on the show for a couple weeks, but thanks for your patience. Happy to be back, ready to beat you in yet something else.
I'm so annoyed that I started off so strong in our pick'ems, and you have come back to now at the point where we're both tied at 12. It's really annoying. Yeah, but hey, it's a long season.
We're halfway.
Yeah, not almost, or right about there, actually, probably. Yeah. And let's do this. Also, for the listeners, we are going to be doing, and we're open to suggestions. Rachel and I always love a good friendly wager and anything that pins us against each other. As far as competition, we love also. So in that respect, we are going to, after we draft our rosters for the All-Star game, after the game, we're going to tally up. We're just going to do this based off points. So based off of our rosters, which team would have won point-wise, and loser is going to have to do something embarrassing. So like I said, we're open to suggestions.
Right, and it has to be filmed. Like we have to prove that we did it.
Yeah, I don't want picks or it didn't happen, as they say. All right. Well, Rachel, being as you're Team Deladon and I'm Team Wilson, Team Deladon does get the first pick, so I'm going to give the first pick to you, Rachel. So why don't we get this going? And you know what? Since this is a special thing, you're on the clock as of now.
Oh my God, it's been a minute since we've had that. Okay. I am going to really shock all of you with this pick. And I know people are just going to be blown away by the fact that I'm taking Liz Cambage as number one.
Ooh, what a shocker. I literally had it already written down.
We could have just crossed that out.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. For me, A'ja Wilson's team, I'm going DeWanna Bonner.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That's my next.
This draft is annoying because it's almost like when you do a fantasy draft in this league and everybody has an all-star whatever. It's ridiculous what this team is going to end up being. But all right, Rachel, you're up next.
Okay, hold on. After that, I'm really loving the way Kia Nurse is playing, and I think she's going to show out in the All-Star. I think she's bringing a ton of energy. I love what she's going to do. I'm going with Kia Nurse.
Nice. That's a good pick. For me, I'm looking at another youngster, and I know a lot of people are going to look at us and go, "Oh my God, you took these two people as your second pick, blah, blah, blah." Fine, whatever. Miss me with that. I got reasons and I'll get into it later. I think Diamond DeShields is also going to show up big time. And I'm taking DeShields. Really, what Rachel doesn't know is I've hacked into her computer and I can see who she's going to pick first. So.
And you know what? You're picking her right after. We're recording this right after the Sky just beat the dream on that last second shot. And Diamond was incredible, at least especially in that first half. She's just so special. Holy crap. I mean, I think she'll have a big All-Star game as well. All right, my turn. Let's see. For the sake of All-Star sanity and for the queen of the hill, or so we used to call it back in the day, I'm going with my girl Allie Quigley.
Ooh, a nice pick indeed. For me, I'm just gonna have to do what everyone's waiting for. Jonquel Jones is coming to me.
I mean, are you writing this down? So like,
I am.
I can't cross off. Like I can't.
I'm writing it down. So far, you got Elena Deladon, Liz Cambage, Kia Nurse, and Quigley. I have Asia Wilson, Dwana Bonner, Diamond DeShields, and Jonquel Jones.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to decide like who's remaining. I got to go with. Oh man, I think. You know what? This is hard. Okay, I'm gonna go with Jewel Lloyd.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Now there should be an asterisk there in case she doesn't play. She hopefully will be back, but
sure.
Possible she doesn't make it, and possible someone else swaps in. So Rachel, I'm just going to say this now, so we don't have our stickler rule following listeners come at us. If Jewel Lloyd gets replaced, you will automatically get whatever player replaces her. Okay?
Good to know.
All right.
No.
All right. Moving on. It's my turn now. Ooh. You know what? We're all right. You were going with Quiggs. I'm going for the person who I'm expecting to win the 3-point contest this year, Kayla McBride.
Okay. I'm writing this down too. You know, I love McBride. I'm curious to see how she's going to do. Like we haven't seen. I mean, obviously she's McBuckets. It's what she does. But I feel like she hasn't hit that next level yet this year. Do you agree with me on McBride?
You are teasing and tempting me to bring up something that I've been wanting to say for a while. I'm not going to say it, but let's. Okay. I have not seen the greatness that I expect from McBride this season, but I have a really good WNBA comparison for her. But we're going to get into hot take. We're doing a hot takes episode a little bit later this month, and we'll get into that later.
Okay. So I went with Jewel Lloyd last. You know. How do you not go with NECA? You have to.
I hear that. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't go different. Now, I'm telling you this right off the bat. I'm picking this based off of who. All right, there's a very clear reason why Maya Moore won the MVP of the All-Star game for so many years, and the reason is you have to judge the player's personality and the player's kind of are they going to show out for the All-Star game, or are they going to kind of view it as just a time to have fun and kind of lean back, whatever?
Which players, honest, that's what it's going to be. So, I mean, going like post-heavy probably doesn't make a ton of sense with probably not getting a ton of touches. Just hypothetically is what my thought process is. But, like, NECA goes hard all the time. So that's why I'm going with her.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I hear that one big time. You know what? I'm going for one that might shock a few people. Somebody who is in her first WNBA All-Star game, 6 years into her career, Odyssey Sims. I think she's gonna really try and show out for this game.
Well, she's got the capability. And then to rebuttal that, I'm going Chelsea Gray, who it's actually kind of ridiculous that she's going this late in our draft. Just to point that out.
Oh, it is very ridiculous, but also I'm going to be real. I'll be real. Brittany Griner and Chelsea Gray are two players that I was just like, yeah, I don't see them giving 110% in this game. So not high priorities to me.
That's fair.
That's my take. All right, let's flip it around. And I'm really happy you didn't take this player, Erica Wheeler.
I thought about it earlier on. She could come out of this and be like the leading scorer of this game.
I would not be shocked at all if she brings home the MVP award from the All-Star game at all.
I mean, yeah, just like high energy all the time. I'm pretty embarrassed I actually didn't think about that sooner, but okay. So you go Erica Wheeler. This is hard. I really did you take Vandersloot yet?
You can't do that. Come on.
I'm taking Vandersloot.
You can't have both of them.
Man, I just did it.
But we all want to see them play against each other. So God, Elena Deladon, Asia Wilson, basketball gods, please do not let them go on the same team.
I mean, but they're on my same team, so.
Yeah, all right, fine. Whatever. I'm done with you. All right, well, if we're talking about trying to get some points, trying to do this, trying to do that, you literally just stole who my next pick was going to be. So now I gotta pause for a little bit. We're not going to get into this, but I'm picking Natasha Howard. Same rule with Jewel Lloyd. With the current dark cloud, whatever you want to call it, surrounding Natasha Howard, I'd say there's a chance that she doesn't play in this game.
Okay.
In that case, I will take whoever replaces her, but I'm going Natasha Howard.
Okay. And for the sake of respect, one of my favorite players in the league, because I think she is a goat, I'm going to go with Tina Charles.
Sweet. Oh, I thought you were going Sweet Sil.
Well, I would, but, I just flipped a coin in my mind.
No, and also, I mean, like, I've been looking at the two of them and just thinking in my head, all right, who's scoring more?
Right.
And I think you made the right choice there, which is why I'm going to have to flip it and go Candice Dupree.
See, I love Dupree. I really do. And, some people were kind of, how do you feel about her being selected onto the All-Star team this year?
That's a good question. I'm torn. I was vocal last year, understanding it was in Minnesota and you have this like all-star lineup team and we should be giving them the respect, but like, should some of those players made the all-star roster? Probably not. With all respect to Candice Dupree, I don't think she should have made the roster.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I see a couple other people like Christy Tolliver, in my opinion, shouldn't have made the roster.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thinking. I think this year is a really, really tough one. I also think between Vanderquigs, one of those probably shouldn't have made it.
I disagree on that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's really upset about the whole Chicago getting 3 in, but like Chicago's really, really talented. And I mean, you can't not have Allie Quigley in there. Vandersloot should have been in there last year. How do you not have Diamond Shields? I guess if you were going to say one of them shouldn't be in there, it's Vandersloot. But like, come on, she's an all-star. She is absolutely an all-star. I don't know how you argue any of those 3 out of that this year. Just my take. Just my take.
Because no. I hear where you're coming from, and I get it. For me, it's just like, all right, if there's a team, for me, all right, I think Washington is a team that should have 2 to 3 players in there. I don't think Chicago's on that 3-player level, and I'll put it this way, as simple as this, just based off their record. If you have 3 players on your roster who are making the All-Star team, whether or not those individuals have amazing stats, to me, it's like, if your record isn't above a certain level, I don't think you should be getting 3. That's just my take, and that's not a knock on their individual play. I think it's more of a knock on the team play. So, I hear where you're coming from.
Look at it like that. I guess that's not how I look at this. It's an all-star game with all-star players, and all-star, names and history hold a lot of weight in situations like this. I know, we're supposed to, I guess, base it off of this year. Actually, I have no idea what they base it off of, but
does anyone know?
It's a lot. Does anyone know? I think there's a lot of factors that go into play, and I guess I just look at it from a really big picture perspective as opposed to records. So that's the only reason I disagree with you on that. But I think it's your pick. No, it's my pick.
No, it's your pick.
Okay. I am going with Christy Tolliver.
Good, because I was not going to pick her. Which is like me being petty on the fact that I do not believe she should be in the All-Star game. So that's why I didn't pick her, because obviously, based off what we're talking about, getting points in this, she would be a amazing pick.
Right. Going to get me like, at least 10 to 15 points. So I'm in.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, since no one's going to do it, I don't think Sylvia Fowles is going to attempt any 3-point shots, and I think Brittany Griner would. So, and we all know rebounds don't matter for Ish in the All-Star game, so I'm going Griner.
Okay. How many players do we have left? I can't even. Well,
We got
I'm going.
Alyssa Thomas, Sylvia Fowles,
Oh, no! I
and
changed my mind. I want Alyssa Thomas.
oh, all right,
I'm
fine.
taking Alyssa Thomas.
All right. And like, there's so many things I'm shocked. Like, I'm not shocked, but just like, wait, really? You're in the All Star game. This other player isn't on your
Well, it's
team.
just a strange year too. But it makes it fun because I think we're seeing just new faces and it's fun to kind of banter back and forth as to who should be it and who should not. It's such a deep league already. So this could go thousands of ways, but
It really could. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, I'm looking up some stats on some stuff right now because there's some questions I got. All right, all right. I'm just throwing this out there. Should Alyssa Thomas be in the All Star game and Nafisa Collier not?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying yes to answer that. I think that's a valid question.
Because
Get
yeah.
stats.
All right. Free throw percentage. We all know Thomas lost that one. But to be fair, she's also trending upwards at 57.9. Nafisa's at 78.4.
Let's talk averages.
Yeah.
Like points.
All right, points per game, 11.4 for Nafisa, 11.6 for Thomas.
Okay.
Turnovers, 1.7 versus 1.9. Thomas has the lead on that one. Blocks a game. Nafisa is essentially averaging a block a game, where Thomas is maybe averaging a half a block. Rebounding. Let's go to rebounds. Rebounds per game, 7.2 for Alyssa Thomas, 6.1 for Nafisa Collier. 3-point shooting. Let's see. Oof. Has Alyssa Thomas not attempted a three, so we can't really go on that. Minutes per game. Feast is averaging 2 minutes more. And field goal percentage is like 50 to 45 with Thomas leading. So, like, all right, I hear where they're coming from. For me personally, I kind of give the edge to the rookie just because she is a rookie putting up those numbers. So I kind of have lower expectations for a rookie. I was also, not going to lie, hoping the stats would defend my stance a little bit more. That being said, like, I do think there's something to be said of, I want to look at these game logs. 28 versus 27. So, all right, she's got more. Fine. Maybe I'm wrong. That's not the point. It doesn't matter. I still think I'm upset that Feast didn't get a nod. I think there's some players on this that should not be going in necessarily. And I hope that if some of these players have to bow out, that Feast gets a nod, because I think she's deserving.
I'm upset that Courtney Williams is not in the All-Star.
Yeah, I was a little shocked about that too, but I didn't think Connecticut. All right, I want to ask you this about Connecticut. This is an interesting one. They have such an even roster, and we all know Jonquel is going to make it because she's the de facto star on that roster. But like Jasmine, Alyssa, Courtney, any of them. So four out of their 5 starters, I think, should have made it, or having a good argument for why they should make it. In your opinion, between the Thomases and Courtney Williams, if you got to choose, which one of those 3 makes it?
I mean, I guess I want to look at some stats, to be honest with you, which I don't have in front of me. But in my mind, without having direct numbers in front of me, I naturally gravitate towards Williams making it. And we haven't really seen her do what she has done, like the numbers she was putting up last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she's got the ability to go off and just have some insane games. I feel like her averages are probably down a little bit. I've got it right here. She's averaging 11 a game, which is steady, like you said. So much of that is probably a byproduct of, last year she was averaging like a point and a half more, but she can go off. She just has some monster games, and I guess I'm a little bit surprised. I thought her average was a little bit higher than that. I don't know. I'm just really high on her personally, and her ability to create for herself and at some points take over games. So, like, for me, I would go Courtney Williams over Alyssa Thomas.
I'm very torn on it because they all play such different roles. Alyssa Thomas, to me, is the second coming. What?
No, they're extremely different. Alyssa Thomas does so many intangible things, and that
She's the new Rebecca Brunson.
for sure. Yeah. That's a good analogy.
And then you got Courtney Williams, who's that score and then Jasmine Thomas, who's kind of almost a combination of both of them, which sounds really weird, but she's that player that does these random intangibles, but yet also can be a score. Like it's very hard, because for me are we picking them based off of the elements they could bring to the All-Star game, or are we picking them based off of how they have played this season? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear you.
So it's a tough one. I don't have an exact answer on that. So just to run down the list real quick, Team Deladon is Deladon, Liz Cambage, Kia Nurse, Allie Quigley, Jewel Lloyd, Nneka Ogwumike, Chelsea Gray, Courtney Vandersloot, Dina Charles, Christy Tolliver, and Jasmine Thomas.
Alyssa Thomas.
Sorry, Alyssa Thomas. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Whatever.
Did you do your final pick?
What?
Did you do your final pick?
I did. I only had one choice.
And who was it?
Oh, see, this what you're also forgetting is Sweet Sill's gonna bring that tea to the game, and we're just gonna enjoy it, and our team's gonna be refreshed and ready to roll while your team's looking lackadaisical. Team Wilson is Asia Wilson, Dewana Bonner, Diamond Shield, Jonquel Jones, Kayla McBride, Odyssey Sims, Erica Wheeler, Natasha Howard, Candace Dupree, Brittany Griner, and Sweet Sylvia Fowles.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited to beat you and then see what we're gonna have to force you to do. Rachel, the All-Star Game is always a fun time. Sadly, you will not be able to join us this year, but I know it'll still be a fun time at the All-Star Game. Is there any fun thoughts or anything popping into your head? Because we always talk about how All-Star Game time is a fun time. Is there anything fun that's kind of popped into your head about the WNBA recently?
I mean, I just think that this is such an important time entering into this break, and I'm devastated and heartbroken that I can't be there. It just so happened with work and all the fun 8,000 things I do, I couldn't make it work. I was honestly, in full transparency, I was thinking all the events were going to be Saturday, and like on the weekend, and so I planned ahead, and next thing you know, everything was Friday, and there's just no way for me to make it. So I'm really depressed about it. I'm gonna miss everybody. I will be just scrolling my Twitter and probably FaceTiming you, hoping to catch up with everyone. But I think this is a good time. I mean, it's a much needed break for the players who did not make the All-Star team. It's a good chance for people and staffs to kind of get away from each other and kind of reconvene and rest up. And I think like the All-Star Game is so much about the fans. And I think mostly excited about it being in Vegas this year with all the energy that Vegas is bringing, not just as a franchise, but as a city, surrounding women's basketball in general. You've got all the events and the party planned. And I just think it's going to be such a great atmosphere. I can't wait to hear about it because I've got to get out to Vegas soon since I can't do it for this All-Star break because I just want to witness, like even an Aces game. I want to witness kind of what is going on out there in Las Vegas with women's basketball and the WNBA in general. And so I think this is a great year to have it out there, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting time. And as always, we believe the players of the W and its community deserve the same in-depth analysis and respect that men's sports receive on a daily basis. Please consider joining our Patreon community to help support us and the hard work that we do.